Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored this week by Spiegel Law PC, 5168-731-683. Let us solve your problems. And by Tiffany Dry Cleaners, pickup and delivery in West Hempstead and surrounding communities, 718-309-5222. And by your friends at I&D Glot Market, 327 Hempstead Avenue, for all of your shopping needs. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan. And hey, Norm.
I'm good. Everybody well?
I hope so, and great to be back in the studio. First story, Bagel Craft. An institution in West Hempstead, probably the most friendly, best place to get your bagels. Neil Carrigo. I actually didn't know Neil's last name until last week, and I actually asked, I said, Neil, what's your last name? He said, Carrigo. Neil Carrigo and his family have sold the business.
They're moving to Florida, right?
I heard that they are moving to Florida. Neil right now I think is working in the school system, so he's got that gig, but I think eventually he's heading down south. Even though he's not Jewish, it's in his destiny to go south.
What's the story with the new owner?
You know what? I got the owner's name.
Green? Something Green?
Yeah, but a person's from Queens. I understand they're a bakery, and I don't really know that much about it. And I guess we'll actually find out. I think we're still all kind of like in some sort of mourning about Neil not being around anymore. It really,
yeah, there was a big outpouring of love for him when we posted on Facebook about this. There's no truth to the rumors that Bageltown is opening Bageltown North or anything like that.
No, as far as we know, that is unsubstantiated, and we do welcome the new owners, and we wish Neil and his family all the best.
Yeah, they were great guys.
Wow. So, the news, I was watching, some plane came down on the southern state. But then, everyone here was like, oh, we got to cover it. And I was like, I don't really give a crap, because it was like exit 33 or exit 34, which is like way down east, doesn't really affect anyone. Had the plane come down between exit 17 and 18, we would have been all over it, and it would have been a great story.
Yeah, it's still a great story.
Well, they all survived, so it is a great story.
I can tell you as a pilot, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. He's not going to be flying that plane anytime soon, but I'm sure he's happy to be where he is.
I don't think it's a big surprise to have a plane come down on the way to Republic Airport, which is right near where it went down.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as you say, had it been on Peninsula Boulevard, we might have had some other questions about it.
Right, no, I was going to ask, as a pilot, have you ever flown that type of plane?
Yeah, that was my favorite plane. It's a Cherokee 180 or 140. It's a four-seater. It's a single-engine plane. Beautiful plane, lovely to fly. He came close to the airport. He lost his engine and just couldn't make it.
Yeah, well, but he obviously was able to bring the plane down and not hit anyone on the ground. So, wow.
I had a friend that actually landed the plane on a golf course.
There you go.
Yeah, he got the front wheels into hole 9, and they made him a member.
Hole in one, yeah. So, speaking about planes, we just came back from Restorers, and we had the Historical Society had brought in Berkeley models, and it brought in I think it was the grandson of one of the owners of the company, and wow, that was really something.
Yeah, so it turns out that this model airplane company was the leading company making model airplanes in the 40s and 50s, moved from Brooklyn into West Hempstead on, I think, on Garden Drive, and was a leader in the industry up until, what, the 70s or 80s?
No, it's actually the early 60s that the business was sold. They moved somewhere down south.
Oh, yeah.
And then the industry kind of changed from balsa wood to plastics, and they had Aurora Plastics, also based in West Hempstead, but we'll save that for another time.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so if you go to our site, westhempsteadecho.com, you'll see all these great pictures. You'll actually see pictures of this model that the grandson brought, and wow, it was really amazing.
We interviewed the grandson. He was a nice guy.
And I think now is going to be a great time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
And we're back. And, you know, one of the fixtures that we've had in our community, and one that was actually part of our first program that we ever did in West Hempstead Echo, is Creative Corner.
Yeah.
And Harry. I mean, everyone loves Harry, and, you know, there's always something going on at Creative Corner.
Yeah, so they got a new program coming, and I'm very excited about it. I always wanted to do this. They're getting pottery wheels. They're going to be doing clay work, and they're going to be holding classes on a regular basis. So if you're interested, get in touch with Harry, give them a call, let them know that you're interested. And I think those classes will be starting sometime in the next month.
That's awesome. And if it's not pottery, it could be music lessons and art lessons. There's all sorts of exciting things that are always going on at Creative Corner. So give them a visit. You won't be disappointed. And speaking of not being disappointed, about 2 weeks ago, playing at the Avenue, there was a double header. There was Sniff the Cork, and Sniff the Cork was followed by Susan's Court. And it was really a 1-2 punch. It was a great night of rock and roll, dedicated to an amazing organization. And Susan Court is going to be back at the Avenue, playing at February 28th at 7:30. So if you want to support a great local band, go visit Sniff the Cork.
And also support Avenue. I mean, the scotch was great. The company was great. The place was packed.
I know
We
you
had
were
a good
worried
time.
about the scotch there, Norm, so I'm glad it was okay.
Thank God.
No, there's some passport crap, right? Something going on.
So every once in a while they have this. It happens to be a really good service. I mean, the town puts together this get-together by appointment only. The next one is March 9th. If you're planning on traveling anytime during the summer, do not wait for the last minute for this. This is an easy way to meet with them. They'll help you through the whole process. They have all the applications, all the paperwork you need. They'll tell you what to bring. It's, again, Saturday, March 9th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Hempstead Town Hall.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be one of the busiest travel years ever. So, you know, if you don't have your passport, take advantage of this program. It's really a great opportunity.
Even if you have a passport and you need to update it, this is the time.
Yep, I'll tell you that based on when I just had the kids renew their passports, that the federal government, which processes all this, is running significant delays. So if you're expiring anytime in the next 6 months or a year,
Well, if
get
you're
it renewed if you
expiring?
can, yeah.
If you're expiring, you won't need your passport.
Oh, jeez. Well, at least you got to get it in time, and in which case, go down on March 9th
And say goodbye.
and say goodbye. Make sure you get your passport
Please bring your checkbook.
before the expiration
You won't need
date.
any money.
So, Norm, when we were over at Restorers, you had the good fortune of just saying, "Wow, they serve soup." I mean, it's like
I love soup. I
who
mean, I
knew
didn't know
that
they serve soup. It's a bakery, and they have soup.
Who doesn't like soup? Come
So
on.
I brought some soup for us to try.
So you know what? I think now is probably a really good time for us to try some of Restorer's soup. And
Okay, so I brought mushroom barley, and I brought tomato rice.
okay, well,
So let's check it out.
what could be wrong with either one? Which one is this? This is
Well, you're going to be able to tell the difference. You
This
got
is
one of
not a
each.
blind
One of
taste
each?
test.
one of each. Okay,
One of each. All
Okay.
right.
And you have yours up there.
All right. So
What are we doing first?
Dan, you have.
Oh wait, I got a sample too here.
Yeah,
while
you
we're at
got
it.
them also.
All right.
You take it right out of the container.
Yeah, don't worry.
I got it.
All right,
It's all good.
I'm going to go with the tomato. What is this?
Tomato something.
Tomato rice.
Tomato rice. Okay.
Oh, that's really good. It's thick. It's really
That's good
delicious.
stuff. Yeah,
Right?
I like it.
Let's check this out.
All right. I'm going to give it a little chase. This is mushroom barley.
Yep. Good. Lots of vegetables. These are like 4 1/4 for the large size container. Really delicious.
Wow, those are great. I think the I don't really necessarily like tomato, but that's my favorite. I think the mushroom barley is not as, it needs a little bit
It's not as
heartier.
thick. It's not as thick as the.
But they're both really amazing.
Really good.
And, you know, it just shows you, you know, a place like Restorers has such incredible depth. I mean, you go in there, you can, of course, you can get a cup of coffee, you can get a Danish, but you can also get soup, and you can get something for lunch, and you can sit down and have a
Right.
great time. And every once in a while, you'll see Carl Restorer Senior or Junior walking by and, you know, saying hello. So what a great location.
It was good to see Senior there at the Historical Society. And they're serving waffles on Fridays as well. So, yeah, stop by.
Here
get
you
some
go,
food.
West Hempstead Echo with your food roundup.
There you go. So I think, Norm, I'm going to go finish this soup, and that'll do it for This Week in West Hempstead. I want to thank you, Dan. I want to thank you, Norm. And thank you for joining us. And we'll be back next week on This Week in West Hempstead.
Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We don't know what kind of food we'll have next week, but come back to find out what we've got to eat. If you would like to sponsor our program, much like Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, or I&D Glot Market, please reach out to us at sales@westhempsteadecho.com.
Welcome to I&D Glot. We love our customers. We have the freshest produce. We have all the groceries you need. We have the best cuts of beef, veal, lamb, chicken for the best price. And of course, a bakery department with all fresh cookies, cakes, and freshest bakery item. And of course, with a takeout department with delicious food. If you need to place an order, do it online. We'll deliver it to you, or come into the store and shop. We can't wait to see you.